It is a great satisfaction to greet you again. I hope you and your pet are well. Today we will talk about the following. What to do if your pet is choking. Despite everything we do to protect our pets from illness and injury, unfortunate accidents can still occur. Upper airway obstruction, more commonly known as choking, is a life-threatening problem that requires an immediate veterinary visit, but in some situations where there is no immediate access to a veterinary professional, first aid treatment should be performed to help control the problem. 1. How to know if your pet is drowning. The initial symptom you may notice if your pet has something stuck in his throat is a loud cough or snort. This is how dogs and cats try to remove any object that is blocking their throat. Difficulty inhaling is also one of the initial signs that can be seen when a pet is choking. Other signs that may be seen in a choking dog or cat include excessive pawing of the mouth or head. If the airway obstruction is not addressed immediately, the lack of oxygen can cause the dog or cat to pass out and lose consciousness. Being aware of these symptoms can mean the difference between life and death for your pet. However, pet owners should note that these symptoms are not unique to choking incidents. They may also be an indication of other conditions. Taking your pet to the veterinarian is essential to rule out other possible causes. 2. First aid for choking pets. As with any other emergency, it is important that you stay calm and not panic. Having a clear mind will help you properly assess the situation and take the necessary steps to help your dog or cat. When you notice any of the above signs, the first thing you should do is check your pet's mouth to see if there are any visible foreign bodies or food trapped inside. This must be done carefully so as not to add more stress and anxiety than the pet already feels. Any stuck or lodged food or visible foreign body in the oral cavity can be removed by gently pulling or sliding it to clear the animal's airway and allow it to breathe again. Be very careful not to push the obstruction further down, as this will make the situation much worse. 3. What happens if you can't remove the stuck food or object? In some cases of choking in dogs and cats, the obstruction is located deeper in the throat and is not visible or accessible from the animal's mouth. In these situations, you must perform the Heimlich maneuver to dislodge the obstruction. This is a technique performed to dislodge and remove the obstructing food or object. This is commonly done on humans who are choking. Most people think that the technique can only be performed on humans, and not many are aware that it can also be performed on animals that are suffocating. The way the Heimlich maneuver technique is performed in pets is different, but the concept is virtually the same. The goal of the technique is to apply enough pressure to the diaphragm to help facilitate the expulsion of air from the lungs and, hopefully, dislodge any obstructions along the upper airways. The technique not only differs between different species, but it also differs depending on the size of the pet. For smaller dogs and cats, turn the pet over and apply strong pressure to the upper abdomen, around the area under the ribcage. The pressure applied must be sufficient to expel air from the lungs without damaging the ribs, muscles, and internal organs. The approach is different in larger dog breeds. The dog should not be placed upright, on its hind limbs like humans. This is an unnatural position for dogs and will make it difficult for them to expel any obstructions stuck in their upper airways. When performing the Heimlich maneuver on larger dogs, have them stand on all four limbs but in a slightly inclined wheelbarrow position. Surround the animal's body with your arms, joining them at the level of the abdomen. Make a fist with your hands and press hard on the area under your ribcage, pushing up and forward. After applying pressure about 5 times, check his mouth for any signs of obstruction and remove it from the oral cavity. Additionally, you can give it a firm blow between the shoulder blades to help dislodge any obstructions. If done correctly, this maneuver should be sufficient. Keep in mind that even if the obstruction has been successfully removed, a visit to the veterinarian is still necessary to ensure that the pet did not suffer any complications during the choking episode. It is a pleasure to inform you and help you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should do it now. Take care of yourself and your furry friend. A hug, and until the next video.